A 68-year-old KZN farmer is due to apply for bail at the Glencoe Magistrate's court on Wednesday after he allegedly shot dead 17-year-old Qiniso Dlamini. Dlamini was reportedly collecting his family's cattle which had strayed onto the farmer's land. It's alleged that the farmer accused the teen of trespassing before shooting him dead. Let's speak to our senior reporter Dasen Thathiah now, who is in Glencoe in KwaZulu-Natal for us. Dasen, thanks for making time. Take us through what happened here.
Well, Clement, you know, just as I was standing here, I couldn't help but notice how quiet and picturesque this area is, this area of Glencoe. But at the same time, I was also thinking back to the video that was circulating shortly after Qiniso Dlamini's death. And it showed him just over this hill here. That's where he was at the time. He had gone there, as you mentioned, to locate some of the family's cattle. And the video that was filmed on Tuesday when he was shot dead showed an altercation between him and his teenage relatives, as well as the farmer who lives on that plot. His name is Garth Simpson. And you hear two gunshots, and it just took one of them to end his life. And it's a horrible video to watch, and even more so for the family who've also seen that. And ever since then, the tensions in the area have been very high. There was also quite a strong turnout at the farmer's first court appearance last week. He's now due to appear again in court, as you mentioned, on Wednesday for that bail application, where there will also be a strong presence of both the family and the community. Now, this is something completely out of the ordinary for this community because they have lived in relative harmony for many years. I want to bring in now the uncle of Qiniso, Mr. Sponelo Kulu. Mr. Kulu, firstly, let me start by offering my condolences on the loss of your nephew. How did the family come to find out about what had transpired on that Tuesday?
Thank you very much, Dasen. The family come to know about this when my sister received a call from one of my nephews, also part of the incident that happened. And then that's when they knew that there was a particular situation.
Had there been any other issues between the family and that farmer or any other farmers in the area? Because we are told that the issue arose from the fact that the cattle had ended up on this farmer's land.
Yes, as far as I know, it was only that. There's nothing else. But otherwise, one may say an issue like that cannot end in that particular manner, where someone is losing his life in a very horrible manner. I think Mr. Simpson was supposed to actually act like an adult in this particular situation, because really things, they do happen. But to actually now break the constitution, because he's been taken his right to life, I don't think that was actually a good thing to do.
And while I have you here, just tell us a little bit about Qiniso. I mean, you know, we often hear about these incidents, especially after something as tragic as this, but we know very little about these people that are the victims of such crimes.
Qiniso, my nephew, was a very fun kind of a boy. He would speak to everybody openly, and he would even resonate very well with his fellow friends, be it at school, be it even outside school, even here in the farm area. He will resonate very, very well. He was a very jovial kind of a boy who was always respectful, because I know him even when he was not yet born. So I know anything about actually Qiniso. Yes.
And I think the saddest part is that the families have lived side by side. I mean, the Dlamini family as well as the murder accused now have been neighbors for generations.
Yeah, you see, that one is very heartbreaking. I would like to put it like that, because how can you actually kill someone who was living with you side by side? And even the father of my nephew was also even working for this murder accused. And definitely he knew who Qiniso is, really he knew. And he was supposed actually to take this particular matter with a very good manner of actually treating it. Because as an adult, you just like, if you see there's something wrong done by a young boy like that one, you just say, go and call your father. I will speak to your father, not like to actually do what he actually did.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Kulu. You know, Qiniso was actually a grade 10 learner in one of the local schools here, and the support that his case has gotten after his death has been immense. Even tomorrow, as I mentioned, there's an expectation that there will be protesters that will be calling for bail to be denied in this matter when they gather at the Glencoe Magistrates Court.
What a tragic story. Do we know who took the video? Was it someone who was with the kid as he was going about what he was doing?
Yes, it seems like it was one of those that was in the group. In fact, he had started shooting the video when the first of that altercation had broken out. Remember, Qiniso wasn't alone. He was with at least about 5 or 6 other boys at the time. And you actually see, as that video ends, that the person that is shooting it starts to run away. And it's really a horrible story. Hopefully, we will be able to get further details during that bail application, as we sometimes see in other cases.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing us the details on that tragic story, Dasen. Thanks for making time. That's our senior reporter, Dasen Thathiah.